I thought a good way to use some time at open house would be to give you some information on how best to help your child with math. And sometimes kids miss class for music lessons or orthodontist appointments or meetings with the counselor or whatever they're pulled for, or if they're homesick. So, this is just some information that might help you to ask them questions to see and to just check to make sure that they're up to date. The first most important thing, oh, I did it again, is this link on Braves Link. So your child opens their computer and this is their main screen that they go to. This little pencil says MS Homework Hotline. That's the middle school homework hotline. And when you click on it, it takes you to a page that looks like this. Has all of our teams here, and we are the first one, 7th grade, Team Otisco. And here at the middle school, most teams, at least in 7th grade, all have their own page that will tell you your child's teachers on this team what they have for homework. It's just the whole week at a glance. So here, Mr. Mahar for social studies, this is his plan for the week. My Wi-Fi is being super weird, so sorry about that. He has links included here, so you can click here to go right to the homework or see what it looks like. He's told you what each day is. Here, click here for a checklist of all assignments so far this quarter. Click here for completed notes. So if they miss class, they can click there to copy those notes into their note packet. And this will help you to see if they're up to date for the quarter, in addition to checking Infinite Campus. My plan is a little has a little more on it because my class is due to maybe fire drill or whatever. One class is a little behind, one's a little ahead. So we're all going to end up at the same spot. So don't worry about that. But you do have to know your child's class period in order to know what the homework is for math. Mrs. Landcastle has a page as well. Here's Mr. Anderson and Mrs. Reynolds' plan for the week, what they're doing in class. This gives you some conversation pieces at dinner. Hey, what does song and steps mean? What is the blue liquid? Just to help you know what's going on with your child at school. He always likes the kids to just go outside and be in nature and experience science that way. Ms. Gerstner, here's her plan for the week. Again, giving you some conversation starters like model of rainbow writing, button, what does that mean? Just ways to know what's going on at school. If we have announcements, there'll be information here about what was announced at school. So that could be about a club or a sport or something along those lines if something was canceled. If you look at the top right, there's a link that says Canandaigua Lake classes. When you click on that, that takes you to all the classes that are not on team. So this would be your Spanish, your French. There we go. Depending on what teacher you have, you would click a different link. French classes here, technology is here. So I just think this is a really good place for you to ask your child to bring this up so that you can go through it and see what it is that they have coming or due or when tests are, etc., things like that. This is right off the school website. If you've been to the school website, there is a link at the very top called Parents. It leads you to this spot where you can click to log into Schoology or Infinite Campus, or also Brave Square is on here. I can't scroll down to show you, but it's there. Schoology, you can log in as yourself, as a parent, to see what's available on Schoology, what your child should be doing, what it looks like. That's where the material that we teach is placed, the homework assignments, etc. Infinite Campus is where our grades are housed. And so you can put an app on your phone actually so that you can keep tabs on if your child has any late assignments or how they're doing on tests and quizzes. Sometimes when you go to Brave Square, you get this weird page and you just have to click the home page to get off from there. It's kind of frustrating, and I've already seen some kids have that problem, so I wanted to let you know. Just click home. When you're in Brave Square, if you want to communicate with me through that, there's posts which come out to you that you receive, and then there's messages, and you just have to type my name in here, whatever teacher's name in here in recipients, type in your message and hit send. You should be able to communicate pretty quickly. Here again is this is on Schoology. You can see this not only on the homework hotline but also on Schoology. It's the first thing you see right here. And also our first chapter is in Schoology. So if you go into Schoology with your child or log in on your own, you will see chapter 1. You can see that I have a set of completed notes. I do have some recordings here if they were absent and want to watch me do the notes. Here's blank copies of homework if their packet is left somewhere else. Maybe they left their backpack at a friend's house, or I don't know, they don't have them. They got rained on. That happened already this year. Here are some review videos. They aren't specifically the notes, but if your child was struggling to understand, this is another voice coming at it a different way. We have some integers practice in here. They've already taken a couple of quizzes just to give me an idea of how things are going as we have gone through the unit. And there's also, I added another folder in there for practice also. Oh, here it is. When you open all of these folders, you can see what's in them. And down here, like for example, integer practice, this is practice 10 questions a day for adding and subtracting integers. Doing that every day until the test will be really helpful. And here's some extra practice. So if your child's struggling with any of these topics, there's just some extra practice for them to do prior to the test. So they say to you, my homework's done. You might say, hey, let's pull that up and do those 10 questions, or let's try that subtraction practice because that seems like a hard topic, which subtraction of integers is a hard topic for kids. Communication is key, so please feel free to send me a Brave Square or an email anytime. I'm here for your kids and for you. We're looking forward to a really great year, and I hope that this was helpful to you. Have a great night and enjoy open house.